Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be quickly going over some of the very best bases that you should import or consider importing. These are going to save you so much time because what we're focusing on today is just the ground floor. So some very good engine rooms, which will do some huge time saving for you because you won't have to muck around and put every single piece down. You can use these from early game to late game, and we're just going to go through what you should do depending on where you are up to. But let's get started. So these are going to be all your best imports for your engine room. And if you have any better ones, please definitely consider sending me an email and we'll get them together and put them in another video. Now, disclaimer, none of these are mine. These have all been done by other people. I'll be putting their name in one of the corners just to let you know who has been worked on which, and you can say thanks to them or whatever you want to do. But yeah, let's just get into it. And thanks to everyone who has contributed to this. Me, myself, I found these very handy because I'm using one of these right now myself in one of my previous builds at least, and it saved me so much time. Because if you've ever built your own engine room, man, it takes a long time to put everything together. Nothing wrong with that, but it's good if you can speed that process up by yanking someone else's hard work. But anyway, let's get into it. The best part about all this is that you'll be able to download these in one place just on a Google Drive that I've set up. So this will be much easier to access. You won't have to go scrounging around to look for these. It's just all in one place. So again, thanks to everyone who did contribute to this. Okay, so starting us off, we have a pillar base. So this is a ground floor. Now this one does have some weaponry, but this one is primarily focused just on your power. It doesn't have the material crates, but let's just have a quick look because this may be helpful for some of you. And if we just remove this, you can see this is a very compact little build with power and generators. Now, adding material crates to this kind of build would be very easy. Crates can go anywhere, but this is a really good one that can save a lot of time, especially if you're looking for a ground floor just made out of pillars, batteries, and generators. Very easy to add materials to this. Another good thing about this base is it's got the double padding or the extra thick walls. It's got the armored panels, the armored wall. It's got the Aegis panels. It's also got a bunch of turrets, so you could use this layout if you wanted to. And what I would do if you were a much lower level and you don't have a huge level 10 control tower or base, whatever you want to call it, I would just go ahead and delete. So it is a bit of a toss up depending where you're up to. We will have some other suggestions coming soon that you can use, but that's one thing you can do is just go ahead and delete. And that will pretty much be quicker in a lot of instances because you won't have to actually sit there and do the little connecting of everything. Deleting is probably much quicker than actually placing this all down. So this is just one I thought I would throw in. I really like this, and again, this could save you a lot of time depending where you're up to and what you need. Now, just some other things before we move on. This base does not look like it has an entry that I can see, so you may need to consider that as well. However, it does have some stairs that look like it runs on the outside of the base, so there does look like there is a bit of an interior that you can, oops, I've just deleted some of these things by mistake, but there you go. You may be able to get inside and actually walk around in this, but it doesn't look like that's the intention here. So, but again, a really good one that I would definitely consider using if I was going to start another build. Now, having a closer look, he's just got the very typical pillars, and he does have utility tiles on the bottom. So if you did want to squeeze in some more, you know, there is that potential chance if you wanted to be bothered with that, you could put some extra batteries in. Otherwise, this is top notch. And let's keep going. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, next we have another very decked out Town Hall 10, Core Tower 10, whatever you want to call it. Probably Core Tower is the right name. Anyway, this base is very decked out. Now, it does have some of these limited edition, or not, well, pretty much limited edition towers that you may not have access to, so you may have to consider deleting those. But it has a very nice layered sort of approach here, which is kind of a cool idea. I like these sort of designs. This one does have crates, material storage, so very good. And it's got, you know, it's not too bad, 9,000. You definitely want to probably bump that up, but it's a good place to start. It was a really interesting base where it starts with a room in the middle that appears to be intentionally accessible, maybe with some of these converters down here, but again, you'd be able to change this to your liking. But then it staggers out, each box getting bigger and bigger, but again, it does add a nice little layered approach to the base design. So I really like this, and again, it gives you a very nice power of 15,000 to start off with, and gets you very close to 1,000 for your core power output. So that's really nice. A bit of material as well, so very handy. Now, going down closer and having a look at this, is this guy has opted to take away the ground floor, which is really nice because you can squeeze way more batteries in, and having the approach of staggering the layers like this is a kind of a cool approach. But again, he's really maximized the efficiency here, and he's packed a lot in. So this may be a base you want to use that you can just throw in, really help speed up your build time. So a serious amount of time would have gone into this. So again, thanks. Just some other quick notes. This does have the advanced armored walls. just some of the early armored walls as well, giving it a nice little boost to its armor and layered approach. So it's definitely got a good amount of defense and obviously offense here. Good all-rounder. Definitely consider checking this one out. Let's keep moving. Okay, this next one is very good for the early game where you just be using your tier 1 batteries, generators, and crates. This one is very well optimized, using pretty much that same build that we've covered in other videos. So this may look kind of familiar, but it's a very nice, compact, and efficient design. This one was terrific. This is one of the ones I used when I first jumped in, but I obviously cut this and scaled this back just by deleting all the layers that I didn't have. So something you can consider doing as well. It's really helpful to do that. Just take what you need, just delete what you don't have, and that way it still gives you a really good base, and it's probably quicker than actually placing all this individually. This one covers a bit of everything. It's just using your generic utility walls, and it's very, very simple early game kind of design. But again, it takes a lot of time to do this, so thanks so much. This is another really good choice for you early game, mid game people. Really like these ones where they haven't put the top on, because then you can really sort of use whatever tiles you like if you wanted to use small or large. So it gives you that option to do that, giving you a very nice power as well, 2,500, 50,000 material, and a reasonable core outpost of 2,000. Now for your early game, that's terrific. For your early to mid game, this is awesome. So you can obviously bump this and improve this and build upon it, but a very good starting platform for you to muck around with. Okay, this next one is just absolutely a bonkers. This is a 2-story build that has a ton of power, material, and core power. So if you have unlimited of everything, or you just want to jump in and however you get this, you know, this is going to be insane to start off with. This has everything. So we're just going to strip this back a little bit just so you can get an idea of what's behind it all. But just having a quick look, we can see here we have the Aegis panels, which are very, very good, very sturdy, and all along the base, and a ton of luring devices to the walls. And he also has the advanced armor wall on ground floor, which is really good to see. It looks like the base is sitting on utility tiles, but we'll have a confirmation of that in a bit. Now we might use X-ray mode just to take a look, because stripping this back is a sin. But look at this, he's got material crates. So if we go, yeah, wow, this is absolutely jammed back. Oh my god, look at this. This would have taken so much time, honestly. So this is huge. But you can see here, he's got the batteries just on the second floor. Looks like it's just completely stacked of batteries. Let's just remove some of these and take a closer look. Yeah, so he's got batteries and material crates, and it looks like it covers that. For that second whole floor is your material crates and batteries. So very, very nice. Try strip back. Man, oh man, this building is so intense. This would have just taken so long. And the use of luring devices is very, very interesting, because from what I can see, it doesn't look like he's got any generators at all. So I look here to the right. Yeah, he hasn't used any generators. That's interesting. So this is no generator build. So he's leveraging the use of generic panels, luring devices to really bump up his core power here. And that's a really fascinating approach. I haven't seen this. So definitely consider this if you have the materials for it, because man, it'd be hard to get a better and quicker 2-level, well decked out, insanely potent and defendable base. I mean, with this much material crates, just think how much HP and how much time it would take to sort of chop through some of that. It would be a long battle, that's for sure. So this is really the ultimate end game base, or at least end game engine room floor that you could consider using. There's probably a million other different designs to this. Definitely share it if you've got some, but this one's definitely the more advanced end game kind of one you could look at and consider using. Absolutely phenomenal work. I'll give a shout out for this one. This one I think was done by Fuze. I could be wrong there, forgive me if it is, but yeah, anyway, all the names are going to be on there somewhere on this. So, but an absolute astonishing base. Consider this if you do have everything or something to work up to, because it's a very interesting base, and it's not going to get much more intense than something like this for your ground floors. Just going to show this one off just because it's so crazy. I just want to see what it does when it tries to show it off. If it's going to actually show the, like, what is it going to show? There's no weapons on there. So I just wanted to see what would happen. Spin it around. Look at it go. It's really choppy. The frames are dropped. It's always a bit like this though. Structural components, 1,604. Modular components, 1,791. every little one of those was placed individually. And if not, each one would have taken a few seconds. So it just, yeah, it's mind blowing how long some of this stuff takes. Well done. Let's move on to the next one. So the next ones are going to be very simple, just the basic floor plans. So they won't include engine rooms, but it just gives you all the panels laid out. They're just really handy, save a lot of time as well. If I get any more of these engine rooms, I'll make another video if it is helpful and people care about this sort of stuff. But yeah, let's have a quick look at the others. ATC, that's what I was thinking of. So this is the max ATC, but this one's a simple one. It's just got your 3 layers of armored Aegis walls. So very, very potent, very defendable. And it's got a nice mix of your utility tiles and your armor tiles. So this is just a very simple one you could consider using if you just want to have a quick throwdown with some spring barriers at the front, nice defensive walls, and the layout all set for you. Now this is another interesting one where it's just the ground floor of the tiles, but this time it's small tiles. So one legend, Hotshot, my man, is gone and painstakingly placed each one of these little tiles. So that's freaking funny, but awesome at the same time. This could be great for your pillar builds if you're looking to maximize efficiency between the generators, where you'd be doing something like batteries where you're doubling them up and running those along, because that would be really efficient. Now I'm just having a little bit of trouble getting these to actually connect now. I'm not sure if the update has kicked in and it's still around, but hopefully you can still squeeze in 2 generators using a pillar formation like this. But a very simple and very time-saving little build here. That's just the small tiles that could really help you. This is another tile plan. This is just a combination of your armor tiles and your utility tiles. Very nicely done, saving you a ton of time so you don't have to lay this all out. But this is a really good starting one. I like the intricate design of this where he's interweaved the armored tiles and the utility tiles in quite a more unusual sort of pattern than what you typically see. So it could be a great option. So here we have pretty much the exact same layout, but this one will have armored walls or advanced armored walls. So you could consider using this just to save you a bit of time if you did want to use something like this. And the last one for this video, and just a very nice utility tile layout. This is the very common basic one. This is going to save you time. These are really nice and handy to have stored or saved away, so you can just whack them in whenever you need. These are a great way to save time building. So thank you very much for watching, and thanks everyone who has built these for us. If you do have any other ones you'd like to share, send us an email. Hopefully this helps everyone out and saves you time. But thanks very much. Consider liking and subscribing if you got anything out of this. Thank you, and until next time, catch ya.